want y'all to trust the process. I'll say it again. I want you to trust the process. If you didn't hear me the first time or the second time, trust the process. And it's something I've shared with you all at one point of the time or another, is that the process is you. I don't want you to make any mistakes about this. You are the process. A coach may have a blueprint. They may have some hacks if things go sideways. They may have some tips so that way you can fast track what you're trying to do, but none of that shit happens without the process, which is you. So my question I got for you tonight is simply this: when are you going to start trusting yourself? You're the one who must do the work. You're the one who must upgrade your mindset. You're the one who must stay consistent. You're the one who must make good decisions. Ultimately, to be honest with you, you're responsible for your desired outcome. And I wouldn't leave that type of responsibility in no one's hands but my own. Earlier, I talked to you guys about my first bodybuilding coach, my dude, Adolf, cool dude from LA. He's from Watts, actually. Former Black Panther, very big social activist, highly skilled at prepping people for bodybuilding shows. He took me underneath his wing. He started getting me ready for my very first show. And man, I was super tiny back then. About 163 pounds for my very first show in 2003. 163 pounds, y'all. Crazy small. But dude had a ton of life lessons for me along my journey. A ton of lessons. One that's sticking out to me right now the most, because of hearing everyone's story tonight, is he would say, listen, young blood. That's what he would call like everybody younger than him. We would call him young blood. And he was like, young blood, there's going to come a time where you must revoke my permission with you. Because if you give me permission to feed you, you also give me permission to starve you. And I don't need that. I don't need or want that type of power over anyone. And when he told me that, it hit me like a ton of bricks, just like it hit me right now like a ton of bricks, thinking about it all over again. Because I was like, wow, dude just low key told me that no matter what I think of him, he's human. And as a human being, we're selfish, we can be mean, and we can become manipulative. So he needs me to become a sponge, absorb everything I can and apply everything which I've learned, become the ruler of myself. That way, the only person responsible for whether I feast or whether my stomach growls from famine is me. So understand, the process is you. Trust yourself. I know what you might be thinking, but Chris, I can't trust myself. I ain't there yet. How can you want me to trust myself? I don't quite feel it. I'm not there. And you know what? That's cool. It's okay that you don't trust yourself just yet, but you got to start. You got to start taking your damn power back. It's yours. You're no longer that small, physical, emotionally wounded child anymore. What happened to you as a kid, it happened. You can't change it, but don't make it your prison. Make it your power plant, fueling, unlearning everything which no longer serves you today. Make it the fuel that you're drinking every morning as you look into the mirror, saying with firm conviction, I'm enough exactly as I am. Because the harsh reality is, you are enough. At the core of who you are is enough, exactly as you are. So never stop believing in yourself. And I'm talking about your authentic self, not that emotionally timid, feeble person who comes out because you want everybody to like you, or you don't want somebody else to feel small around you. I'm not talking about that person, because I'm here to tell you, everybody ain't gonna like you. People will say you smile too much, you laugh too much, you cry too much, you're too cute, too skinny, too fat, you got on ugly shoes. They'll find a reason not to like you because people are mean. They're constantly trying to find a way to make themselves feel better about their own life. You don't mean that much to them when you compare it to their life. So if someone don't like you, bro, so what? If someone don't like the way you brighten up a room when you walk into it, you better tell them to put on some damn shades. I think it was Cat Williams. I was checking out Cat Williams' special, and I think he said something that was super dope inside of it. And he was like, why would I want everyone to like me? Why would I want that? I got to keep haters employed so they have something to do. That's his philosophy on it. Shout out to Cat Williams for that one. So do you, be you, but it ain't so much the outside voices that's really killing your trust. It's those inside voices. And some of us have 37 internal voices working like hell to protect our fragile ego. So you got to watch what you say to you, because what you say to yourself is more powerful than what anybody can ever say to you. One of my many jobs that I had in my teens was like, I was a door-to-door magazine salesman. We was in a crew of like 16 people. Most of us, we young adults, around 20, 23 years old, you know what I'm saying? And we're going from town to town like a circus, setting up shop, doing door-to-door magazine sales. Never forget, it was in Columbus, Ohio, and I was having a rough ass day. Like, I ain't make any sales. I don't know if I was off my game. I don't know what was going on. Like, I couldn't even get people to open the door to even have a conversation with me. It was that bad that day. And right before we was getting ready to call it quits, I was knocking on my very last door, and I could hear the noise behind the door, and it was like a bunch of college students. And I was like, score, it's gonna be an easy sale, because these are my people right here. College students, these are my people. They opened the door, and all I seen was this big ass German Shepherd just coming, charging the door. Man, all I gotta do was hold up my hands. I have my little sales portfolio in my hand. I just can hold up my hands and go, whoa, bro, that's a big dog. Bro, I'm just selling magazines. It ain't that serious. That's all I could do. Doggone it, he walk up, close the door in my face. I could hear him in the background talking to his homeboys, and he was like, damn magazine geeks. So I want you to think about this for a second. I didn't make a sale that day. Add that on top of hearing damn magazine geek. Add that on top of having a door slammed in my face. It sent my negative self-talk internal voices into overdrive. Like, I remember telling myself, like, yeah, I'm just a magazine geek. I am. I really am. You know what? They got to be right, because I ain't make a sale today at all. I ain't sell anything to nobody today. Man, this ain't for me. You know what? I'm done. I'm going to call it quits. I'm shutting it down. F this job. I'm going back to Florida and figure out what I'm going to do next. See, never mind the fact that I was one of the top 15 producers inside the company. Never mind the fact that my boss had so much confidence in me, he would drop me off in the worst neighborhoods to try to make a magazine sale. Dude would drop me off in trailer parks. He would drop me off in million-dollar homes, gated million-dollar homes. He would drop me off in some of the wildest places where I had no familiarity whatsoever with the people I'm talking with. Never dropped me off in a place that I'm familiar with. It was always some place that was the most hardest place to make a sale at. That's where he would drop me. Never mind the fact that I was one of 5 people inside that company that it only took me 2 days to learn the training. Everybody else needed 10 days on average. See, none of those facts, none of that logic mattered. All of it went out the door because I couldn't tell my internal judge voice to shut the hell up. I needed to tell that voice to shut the hell up and go into timeout, because right now I need to speak with my internal empathetic truth and logical voices. See, there are times where you got to be truthful and kind to yourself. We got to handle our adult selves with that truth and empathy, because it's the same truth and empathy that was needed for that small, scared, wounded child hiding inside of you. Every time you negative self-talk yourself, you tearing down that injured 12-year-old you. So I need you to talk to him or her the same way you needed to be talked to back then. If you don't do anything else, take any of the suggestions that I made so far so you can start trusting yourself. At the bare minimum, set some damn boundaries. If you act like a doormat, don't get mad when somebody wipe their feet all over you. Like, for real, I want you to think about this. Like, people crucified Jesus. So what makes you think you could save them by saying yes to everything they ask you to do, when you know deep down to your deepest core feeling, saying no would save your own sanity? So set some boundaries so you can learn to walk around, so you can learn that you don't have to walk around filled with anger and resentment. Because when you tell them no, they'll figure out how to get it done without you. That's the cool thing about human adaptation. When the avenue closes down, we will find another avenue to get down so we can get to where we're supposed to be going. So tell people no, so you can have more time learning, trusting the process, because you are the process. Can you dig it? Can you dig it?